Morning, Swada. So let's get started without any delay, right? So before starting, as always, you can just go and download our Oliveboard app to attend the live classes, and along with that, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel to never miss any update. Okay. So now this is the homework question that I have given to all of you, right? So the first answer to that question would be that the SARC Charter Day was observed or has been observed since 1985. Human Rights Day जो है we celebrate since 1947. Monetary Policy Committee जो है that was constituted in 2016, and United Nations International Children Emergency Fund is the full form of UNICEF. Now the question is, what is the currency of Italy? The currency of Italy was euro, and the first humanoid robot was Manav, which was unveiled at IIT Mumbai Tech Fest. Okay, so these were the correct answers of the tomorrow's questions. Now moving forward with the mains or the phase 2 answer writing wala section. This is the answer given by Swada, and these all are the things which are also correct. Okay, ये सारे चीज भी correct है. Now let's get back and let's get to see about the question that why RBI cannot further decrease the repo rate. अब यहाँ पे Swada has done three things. She has written 3 points, okay, giving the subheadings as inflation, global factors and savings and investment. 3 factors इन्होंने लिखा है. As stated by RBI governor, the current monetary policy is actively disinflationary. Okay, एक्टिवली डिसइन्फ्लेटनरी है अभी का जो पॉलिसी. ऑन डिक्रीजिंग द रेपो रेट एनी फर्दर देयर विल बी मोर मनी इन द मार्केट व्हिच माइट लीड टू इन्फ्लेशन. Okay, which might lead to inflation. This is the first point that she has written. But see the starting line, as stated by RBI governor. She has used the statement which has been stated by the RBI governor, and she has written that the current monetary policy is actively disinflationary. These types of word you should use in your answers. Why? Because these words make your answers look lucrative. These forces the examiners to read the answers more diligently, right? तो इस तरह के lucrative words को answers में use किया करो. Okay, so here she has used the word actively disinflationary. Just use these type of words to make your answer more lucrative. Now after switching from inflation, she has switched to global factors. Firstly, she has talked about a national level factor, that is inflation, right? Now after talking about the national level factor, she has moved internationally and saying that as the world is going through recession, and even though India has faced not many major consequences yet, but the central banks worldwide are increasing their repo rate to cool the inflation. Under such circumstances, aggressively cutting rates might not be advisable, as it could impact country's value and capital flow. तो इन्होंने जो आंसर लिखा है इसमें इन्होंने she had broken the answer into 2 sections. Firstly, she has written about a national level problem. Secondly, she has written about an international level problem. And thirdly, she has gone through a personal level situation wherein she is saying that if we will have more money in the market, then the saving will get reduced, and if some type of crisis comes in the world or in our nation, it might lead to severe problem. तो कहीं ना कहीं she has basically used a 3-tier approach. Firstly, she has discussed about a personal level problem, then after that she has gone to national level, and then after that she has gone to international level. So this is the way you should be writing the answer, right? 3-4 तरह के problems को खोजो. Firstly, if you are not able to dig deeper and get into personal, national and international level problem, at least you can think of the question from 3 perspective, that is social, political and economical. कभी भी whenever you see any question, just think from 3 perspective: social, political and economical. You will get the solution. As in this case, if we will think if we will further decrease the RBI repo rate, what will happen? So firstly, you can think that economically it is not feasible because inflation will rise, right? If since it is economically not feasible, it will have a negative impact on the society. How it will have a negative impact on the society? Because the purchasing power parity of society will decrease, right? PPP. ये सारे important economic terms हैं. अगर इनको answers में use करते हो, then that makes your answer look very good, right? So from economy we have to switch to social, and after discussing the social issue and after discussing about the purchasing power parity, which can switch back to the political angle by just saying that ये जो परचेसिंग पावर पैरिटी है, it will somewhere impact our global economy and it will somewhere reduce the value of India at the international level. तो इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे ये इंडिया का वैल्यू गिरा सकता है, इंडिया का पावर गिरा सकता है. द इंडियाज टारगेट ऑफ बिकमिंग द किंग ऑफ साउथ और द किंग ऑफ वर्ल्ड might not become successful because of economic slowdown. So kahin na kahin what we can do, we can just interlink the economy, we can just take out the economic factor and we can interlink it with the political and social factors. In this format you should be writing the answers and I request all of you to jot down the answers, क्योंकि answers लिखना शुरू करोगे then only you will achieve good and great and remarkable result. Radhe Radhe Sumit. Sumit, I said to you that you should contact me on my WhatsApp number. टेलीग्राम पे कल हमने आपको मैसेज करा था, आपने हमसे कांटेक्ट क्यों नहीं किया? प्लीज if you have seen this message or that message, please do contact me. I need to discuss something with you also personal level. Okay, चलो. Now let us see about the economic news. सबसे पहला जो economic news है, that is that RBI has imposed many monetary penalties. Let us see them one by one. Rupees 10.54 lakh rupees का penalty on the Berar Finance Limited that is located in Nagpur, and that penalty has been imposed. Why? Because they had not followed the KYC direction rule 2016. 4.90 lakh ka penalty on ECL Finance Limited located in Mumbai. Why? Because they have not followed the KYC direction rule. Both these penalties are imposed under the RBI Act of 1934. We know that any NBFC, if any NBFC is there, तो उसपे जो penalty होता है, that penalty is imposed under the RBI Act of 1934, right? So both of these organizations are NBFC. So just try to remember कि NBFCs हैं, the amount of fine that is imposed, the place from where they belong to, and what is the reason for the penalty. So three things याद रखना है whenever anything in news which is associated with penalty or or that has been penalized by RBI. पहला amount, here it is 10 lakh rupees, here it is 4 lakh rupees. Secondly, the company's location, that is here it is Nagpur, here it is Mumbai. And thirdly, the reason why RBI has penalized it. Okay, because all these penalties when it comes to NBFC के बारे में बात करते हैं, all these penalties are imposed under the RBI Act of 1934. So this is a very common factor that I have told you previously also. So just remember the place, the reason and the amount. Rest all कुछ नहीं याद रखना है. Okay. For example, here we can see that 1 lakh rupees का penalty लगा. See, 1 lakh, 1 lakh and 1 lakh. 1 lakh rupees penalty by RBI. Firstly, on the Rajshri Shahu Sahakarika Bank Pune, and the reason because they did not maintain the deposit properly. Secondly, on the Patan Cooperative Bank Mumbai, the reason KYC direction rule they did not follow. And thirdly, the Prathmik Shiksha Sahakarika Bank that was located in Satara, Maharashtra, reason loans and advances. Now, can you just tell me in the comment section? We have seen it multiple times कि अगर कोई bank होता है, if there is some bank, then the penalty is imposed under which act? Can you just let me know in the comment section कि किस act के अंदर these penalties might have been imposed? Because that act is also a very common act and we have seen that act in our sessions multiple times. हमने इसको भी multiple times अपने sessions में see off करा है. So just let me know. Yeah, Guswada, it is Banking Regulation Act of 1949. So just remember this fact also. Just remember the number, the place of the company, and along with that the reason for which they have been penalized. Okay. Now the question here is that the District Cooperative Central Bank of Telangana has been imposed the fine of how many rupees? Okay, ये तुमको बताना है. Seeing from the previous slide, just let me know कि District Cooperative Bank जो है तेलंगाना का उसको कितना फाइन लगा है, if you have ever seen it. Okay, and yes, Valakirti, you are also correct, and good morning to you also. Now the question here is that, and generally banks are fined under which act? That was homework, but I have asked from you, and I guess all of you know this question also. So no worries, just let me know the answer to this question. कि District Cooperative Bank of Telangana, okay, has been District Cooperative Central Bank of Telangana has been imposed the fine of how many rupees? Here we can see कि हमने यहाँ पे at least 5 NBFCs और बैंक के बारे में बात करा है. The point of giving this question was, students, that sometimes we might miss some economic regulations or economic fine or penalties. Why? Because they are higher in number. RBI has increased the number of penalty or fine that they have been giving. So just take a note of it कि कहीं तुमको ऐसा कुछ दिखता है which have been missed. So just jot down that fact also in your notes. अब यहाँ का आंसर आई विल टेल यू और विल यू टेल मी, जस्ट गिव अ गेस, जस्ट गिव अ गेस. Abhi, we have seen recently that all the banks have been fined rupees 1 lakh. So what can be the potential correct answer? Why has sir given this question? Because students, this question is unique in its form. Why? Because the penalty imposed is of rupees 10,000. Yes, Walakirti, you were correct. It is 10,000 here. And this is an exception. Why? Because RBI has imposed the penalty on 4 banks, right? और 3 बैंक में इन on 3 banks it has imposed a penalty of 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees. But this was the bank on which they have imposed a penalty of 10,000 rupees, right? So sometimes some exceptions are there and we have to focus on that particular exception more diligently, and that is why I have given this question to all of you. Now let's move forward and see about the national news, that is Indian art, architecture and design by Nele. अब बाइनेले से कंफ्यूज मत होना. इट डज नॉट मीन दैट द इवेंट इज हैपनिंग ट्वाइस every 2 year, right? Every 2 year event नहीं हो रहा है. That does not mean biennial. That means biennial. There's a difference between biennial and biennial. Biennial means a bigger level kind of exhibition, right? You can see here biennial means a bigger level kind of exhibition, and biennial means the thing that is happening every 2 years. So on a significant occasion, the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi, officially opened the first Indian art, architecture and design biennial, that is IAADB. Remember this short word, इस short word को याद रख लेना. IAADB जो है, that is associated with art and architecture, and he has opened it in the historic Red Fort place. This event also marked the introduction of Atmanirbhar Bharat Center for Design. Atmanirbhar Bharat Center for Design at the Red Fort, and the student biennial, that is exhibition named समुन्नत. ओके, सो एक स्टूडेंट का biennial भी हुआ है अकॉर्डिंग टू द न्यूज ऑफ द पीआईबी में ये न्यूज था. इसके हिसाब से सबसे पहली बात तो ये है कि सबसे पहला इंडियन आर्ट आर्किटेक्चर और डिजाइन बिएनाले इनॉग्रेट किया गया है. सो द क्वेश्चन माइट बी that the first Indian art architecture and design biennale was started in which place? It was started in New Delhi by the Prime Minister of India, and along with that Atmanirbhar Bharat Center for Design was also developed or opened at the Red Fort, and the name of the summit was student summit was समुन्नत. ओके, इतने पॉइंट्स को याद रखना है. नाउ द क्रिएशन ऑफ कल्चरल हल इन 5 major cities, दिल्ली, Kolkata, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, and Varanasi was emphasized as a significant move to enhance the cultural richness of India. So we have cultural hubs at 5 places: Delhi, okay, Kolkata, Mumbai, Ahmedabad और वाराणसी. सबके सब expected है. Just remember कि वाराणसी में भी एक cultural hub है. So government of India now is promoting the cultural hub, the art, architecture and design. They are opening, basically cultural hubs, and along with that they are opening Atmanirbhar Bharat for center, Atmanirbhar Bharat Center for Design, and along with that they have also opened biennial. So just remember this much fact. Why? Because we need to remember that art and culture is growing in our nation. Now अब RBI में phase 2 में the question might come that art and culture is growing in India, is on a continuous rise, comment. Now you have to comment this, okay, that art and culture is on a continuous rise. You can extract 2 to 3 points from here, right? कि भाई सबसे पहली तो बात है कि first Indian art and architecture design biennial was started by the government of India in 2030. Along with that, Atmanirbhar Bharat Center for Design has also been started, and along with that we have 5 cultural hubs at 5 different places. So these type of questions can be tackled when we see the things from the mains perspective or phase 2 perspective or phase 1 के perspective से भी याद रखना कि it has been launched at Red Fort. It has been launched by the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, and the name of the summit is Samunat. Okay, name of the summit is Samunat. Just remember this much fact. Now when it comes to additional information about the Indian Art and Architecture Design Biennial, that is IAADB, it has been organized from 9th to 15th of 15th of December 2023. International Museum Expo is celebrated in May 2023. International Museum Day is on 18th of May. और म्यूजियम क्या करता है? Museum promotes our art and culture, right? And that is why we need to remember that International Museum Expo is celebrated on May 2023, or International Museum Day is on 18th of May. And Festival of Library also promotes our art, architecture and design, and it is celebrated on August 2023. So these are the important facts that you need to remember. The Festival of Libraries is celebrated in August. International Museum Day is celebrated on May. And after that, IAADB is being organized by the government of India to promote art, architecture and design. So basically in one line we can say that our art, architecture and design is being promoted by government of India. So whosoever of you are interested in doing the art, culture and designing work, it is high time that you focus on that diligently. Why? Because government of India is promoting that and India is becoming Atmanirbhar in the same field. Now, what is the question? IAADB event is being celebrated for how many days? ध्यान से अगर तुमने देखा होगा, then only you will be able to answer it. I have written that fact in the previous slide, but I have genuinely not given you attention on that particular point कि क्या होगा. Okay, Swada Bala, Kirti, Khushi, Dhanalakshmi and Sumit, all of you are correct. I guess all of you have seen it very diligently, right? So see here. Now let me tell you, art and culture is on a continuous rise. We have multiple points. You can start with the social issues. ठीक है, सोशल इश्यूज से स्टार्ट करो, पॉलिटिकल पे जाओ, इकोनॉमिकल पे जाओ. अब सोशल इश्यूज से क्या होगा? ऑब्वियसली कल्चरल लिंक्स विल गेट प्रमोटेड, राइट? Cultural links will get promoted, and because of the cultural links getting promoted, somewhere the paintings, the art and architecture things will get sold in the market, and we can say that the economical benefit will also be there. And along with the economical benefit, at the international level also India can promote art and architecture and become a global leader when it comes to the management and the promotion of art and architecture. Herein you can do what? You can start from social issues and go to economical issues and then reach out to political issue. And while giving the examples, you can just use these points. Okay, that Museum Expo is being celebrated by India, Festival of Libraries is being celebrated by India, IAADB has recently been organized by India. In such a manner you can write a very beautiful answer. आंसर लिखने का सिंपल तरीका है, just break the question into social, पॉलिटिकल एंड इकोनॉमिकल इश्यूज, तीनों को इंटरलिंक करना जान जाओ. एंड आफ्टर दैट यूज द फैक्ट्स दैट यू हैव बीन प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर योर प्रिलिमिनरी एग्जामिनेशन और फेज 1 एग्जामिनेशन के लिए तुमने जो भी फैक्ट्स रॉट लर्न करे हैं उसको यूज करो. दैट इज मोर देन इनफ. द होमवर्क क्वेश्चन इज, विकसित भारत एट 2047 वॉइस ऑफ यूथ was inaugurated on which day by the PM of India, and that is a homework for all of you, and I would request and expect that all of you would be writing the answer. Now when it comes to international news, there's a news of TTX initiative for women officers. Okay, अच्छा न्यूज़ है, देखते हैं क्या है ये. Taking a significant stride towards promoting gender inclusivity and empowering women in military roles during peacekeeping missions, the Indian Army recently organized a tabletop exercise. Okay, so TTX का full form क्या होता है? Tabletop exercise. इसका agenda क्या है? What is the agenda for TTX initiative to go on and on? Its agenda is to promote peacekeeping operations, right? Peacekeeping operations, we all know that UN is an organization and UN promotes peacekeeping operations. अब peacekeeping operations का मतलब क्या होता है? Suppose there is a crisis in any particular nation. ओके, अगर कोई क्राइसिस है किसी पर्टिकुलर नेशन में, सो द पीस कीपिंग ऑफिसर्स विल गो और द मिलिट्री पर्सनल विल गो एंड विल असिस्ट द नेशन टू कम आउट ऑफ दैट क्राइसिस. फॉर एग्जांपल सीरिया क्राइसिस और समथिंग लाइक दैट. एंड डू यू नो दिस फैक्ट दैट इंडिया एज अ नेशन इज द कंट्री which sends the largest peacekeeping delegations to other nations. इंडिया जो है peacekeeping nations को पीस कीपिंग करवाने के लिए sends the delegation, and it is the largest, this is the country that sends the largest delegations and you in UN peacekeeping operation. And this is a very good fact, interesting fact and a much known fact and a verification that India promotes ह्यूमैनिटी, इंडिया ह्यूमैनिटी प्रमोट करता है। वी आर द नेशन दैट प्रोवाइड्स द बिगेस्ट पीस कीपिंग फोर्स। हमारे जो सोल्जर्स हैं दे गो टू मेनी कंट्रीज एंड दे सर्व पीपल इवन देयर ऑल्सो। वी आर नॉट इवन सर्विंग ओनली सर्विंग इंडिया बट वी आर सर्विंग एट ग्लोबल लेवल। बहुत अच्छी बात है, और उसी के लिए दिस इज एन इनिशिएटिव एंड नाउ इट्स टाइम फॉर द वुमेन ऑफिसर्स टू वर्क। ओके, वुमेन ऑफिसर्स के लिए एक्सरसाइज है। The exercise involved women officers from the ASEAN nation and took place in Mankeshaw Center, New Delhi, 4 December to 8 December. This is the prelims line और phase 1 line। ठीक है, याद रखना ऑल दीज फैक्ट्स। मनकेशॉ सेंटर कहाँ पे है? न्यू दिल्ली में है। हुआ कब? फ्रॉम 4 दिसंबर टू 8 ऑफ दिसंबर। किसने करवाया, किसके साथ हुआ? बिटवीन इंडियन मिलिट्री एंड आसियान वुमेन ऑफिसर्स, राइट। We have recently seen that Indian Navy has got its first Indian Navy has got its first woman, lieutenant woman commanding officer, right? And now we are seeing that at the international level also the women officers are being promoted by doing TTX exercise. Okay, so whenever there's a question of gender equality or जेंडर इंक्लूसिविटी इन द इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी ऑल्सो, यू कैन से एग्जाम्पल ले सकते हो। नेशनल लेवल पे इंडियन नेवी में कमांडिंग ऑफिसर, recently a woman has been appointed as a commanding officer, and at international level you can say that in order to promote and strengthen the power of women officers, TTX exercise are being held by India. Now this is the map of ASEAN nations that I would like all of you to reflect back again. ASEAN nations का मैप है, याद कैसे रखना है? देखो, दिस इज इंडिया, राइट, दिस इज इंडिया। अब इंडिया से जस्ट स्टार्ट मूविंग दिस साइड, वेस्टर्न साइड, ईस्टर्न साइड की तरफ मूव करो। ईस्टर्न साइड की तरफ जब तुम मूव करते हो इंडिया से, तो व्हाट यू विल सी दैट देयर इज द नेशन कॉल्ड म्यांमार, फिर थाईलैंड, फिर लाओस, फिर वियतनाम, फिर कंबोडिया। हो गया? तो ये तो बहुत आसानी से याद हो जाता है। यू कैन इजिली रिमेंबर म्यांमार, थाईलैंड, लाओस, वियतनाम, कंबोडिया। नाउ जस्ट केम डाउन एंड रिमेंबर दैट Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Brunei, and Philippines is also there. Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Brunei, and Philippines is also there. So just remember the ASEAN members. Now in 10 member nations से 10 member nations से TTX exercise करने के लिए women officers are there in New Delhi from 4th of December to 8th of December, and that is why it is a very good initiative, a very good news for all of us. Now, what I would expect all of you to do, yes, Prerna ma'am is the commanding officer of the Indian Navy. Now, what I would expect from all of you to do is that you should at least have an insight about the name of the capital of these nations, right? In nations ka capital, at least you should remember. And after remembering the capital, you can remember the currency. So capital and currency, I would do come up with a video regarding the capital and currency, but that video should be a revision for all of you. इनके capital और currency, I want all of you to remember and write this also in your homework. What is the capital and currency of these 10 nations? See, why I force you to do this? Because if you will do this by your own, it will get into your mind, subconscious mind, in a very easy manner and for a long term. And that is why I push you even to write. But I see many of you do not write at all anything. That would be not good for all of you. That thing I do just to, force you to do some hard work so that you can just be a good student and the things can get into your mind for long time. बहुत बार many students say that sir, even if we do form about the form or write the answers with the help of mnemonics, then also we are not able to remember the facts. Why? Because you are not able to write it, you are not writing it. If you will write it now, you will never forget that fact. Just remember this point. Okay, that's why Sumit, Kushi, Dhanlakshmi, I request all of you to answer, at least the one who are regular and at least whom I would like to see in the final merit list of RBI Grade B 2024. I will do personal hard work on you, but you should all be doing that also, right? The way Swada is doing, the way Valakirti is doing, just write it down. Thoda time lagta hai. You can just take out 5 minutes of your life and just do that. And along with that, do not forget to share the session. Also, ASEAN was formed in 1967. What is the name of the declaration? Can any one of you tell me, Valakirti, Dhanalakshmi, Sumit, and Kushi, what is the name of the declaration in which the ASEAN was formed? The name of the declaration in which ASEAN was formed. क्या था नाम बताना? किसी को याद है? किसी को याद है? Do any one of you know about the name of the declaration? इन विच द आशियान वाज फाउंड, किसी को बी से स्टार्ट होता है, द नेम स्टार्ट्स विद बी, द नेम स्टार्ट्स विद बी, व्हाट इज द नेम? यस, बैंकॉक डिक्लेरेशन, गुड, Bangkok Declaration होता है. Now, you will be able to remember these facts only if you are writing it, searching it, googling it, and forcing your mind to just recall these things. So just do these things, okay? चलो, name the Secretary General of ASEAN. Secretary General का नाम just write it in the homework, okay? Now let us come to very 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 important news, that is Climate Change Performance Index (CCPI). India has secured 7th position in the latest CCPI index. This announcement made at COP28 in Dubai reaffirms India's position as top performer for the 5th consecutive year, and we all know that why we are engaging and becoming greater and better when it comes to CCPI or any climate index. Why? Because we are promoting renewable energy at a very high level. ओके, बायो सीएनजी का बनना, बायो प्लस सीएनजी मिलना, बायो सीएनजी का प्रमोट होना, and after that promoting electronic vehicles under the FAME India scheme. All these things are example or the verification that India is promoting renewable energy, and that is why the result is that in the index and or in the index at such a global level we have secured 7th position. Okay. India's remarkable progress is mainly attributed to outstanding achievement in renewable energy. India stands out in the category of greenhouse gas emission, showcasing low emission level and minimal environmental impact from travel. Right now, एक और चीज याद रखना है CCPI के बारे में, that the top three positions in CCPI are vacant, and third and fourth position has been acquired by Denmark, and it has been released by German Watch. ये important facts है that you need to remember when it comes to climate change performance index, and why India is boosting or growing when it comes to CCPI report. You can just say that we are promoting renewable energy. Bio CNG is one such factor that we are promoting. FAME scheme is another such factor that we are promoting, right? So kahin na kahin we are promoting renewable energy, and that is why this thing. Now, what is the rank of CCPI India in CCPI index 2023? क्या है rank बता दो? What is the rank of India in CCPI 2023? Now, this is a trap for all of you. This is a trap for all of you in which Valakirti and Sumit, both of you fall. ये एक trap था, okay? ये एक trap था. How and why I am saying it is a trap? Because जो इंडिया का रैंक है CCPI इंडेक्स 2024 में 7th है, CCPI इंडेक्स 2023 में it was 8th. ठीक है? That is why we have to deal with even minute things while reading the news, while seeing the news. Swada, Sumit, Valakirti, Dhanlakshmi, just remember कि CCPI इंडेक्स जो है ना वो एक साल आगे का निकलता है. Okay, so CCPI index 2024 has been released. Recently CCPI index 2024 रिलीज हुआ है और यहाँ पे रैंक 7th है. 2023 में क्या रैंक है? In 2023 the rank is 8. So just remember on this very fact, right? Even this is 2023 year, but I don't know why this concept is followed by CCPI. But CCPI index 2024 it comes released in gets released in 2023. 2025 2024 में release होगा. So remember, if at all in examination it is asking about 2023 का index, then the answer to that would be 8. And if at all it is asking about 2024 ka index, then only the answer would be 7. Okay, now top 3 performance of CCPI index 2024 are what is what the homework for all of you. And just do not fall in this trap in which you all have fallen. I have deliberately put this question so that I can give you or I can tell you to stay focused on the fact कि कभी भी might possible that index में तुम लोग फंस सकते हो. Now, the practice question. Nikhil De, who has been honored as an international corruption championship by the US government for 2023, is founder of which of the following organization? He has been given award by the US government for 2023 in the for the international anti corruption champion. So इन्होंने किस organization को found करा है? And secondly, Nikhil De belongs to which state? Can any one of you tell me he belongs to which state? Nikhil De sir, इनको US ने award दिया है, एंटी करप्शन चैंपियन है ये. इज एन एंटी करप्शन चैंपियन. वाला कीर्ति एंड स्वदा मजदूर सॉरी किसान Shakti Sangathan, that is MKSS. Yes, all of you are correct. It is MKSS, and he belongs to the state of Rajasthan. Just remember this fact also. ठीक है? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. PM Modi retains title of most popular leader with how much percentage approval in the survey conducted by the Morning Consult. हमारे जो देश के प्रधानमंत्री हैं, that is the Prime Minister of our nation, is the most popular leader in the entire world. What is the percentage that has approved the same? Sumit has answered it to be 76%. Sumit का आंसर आ गया है 76%. Swada has also answered it to be 76%, and all of you have answered it to be 76%. इस चीज में I know that none of you give now wrong answer, and that makes me feel very good कि चलो at least none of you give the wrong answer. Now, International Mountain Day is celebrated on which of the following days? International Mountain Day हम लोग कब celebrate करते हैं? Just let me know the answer to this very important question, that when do we celebrate the International Mountain Day? कब celebrate करते हैं जल्दी से बता दो. 12, 11, 10, 9 या 8? 11th of December is what Walakirti has said. 11th of December को हम लोग celebrate करते हैं. Dhanalakshmi and Swada also 11th of December. So yes, as always, my students are champs and they are correct in this question also. So this was all in the session. I hope you would be answering the question that I have asked you from the mains perspective, and that is that art and culture is on a constant rise to in India. ठीक है, आर्ट एंड कल्चर कांस्टेंट राइज पे है. जस्ट ट्राई टू इंटरलिंक, कोई एक इशू पकड़ो, सोशल, पॉलिटिकल, इकोनॉमिकल लिख दो, और इंट्रोडक्टरी और कंक्लूसिव लाइन शुड बी इन अ बेटर फॉर्मेट. फॉर एग्जांपल, if you are writing if you are writing, just write a very beautiful introductory line. Okay, that the beautiful art and culture, or the legacy of art and culture in India, is on a continuous rise. See how beautifully I have crafted a line. The legacy of art and culture. The legacy of the art and culture in India is on a continuous rise. Below mentioned points can verify the same. और बस सीधा लिख दो. ओके, सो इस तरीके से लिखना है अपने को कि कुछ ब्यूटीफुल लाइंस यूज करो, ज्यादा नहीं, बस एक दो स्टेटमेंट पॉइंट वाइज लिखो, ब्यूटीफुल लिखो, सोशल, पॉलिटिकल और इकोनॉमिकल एंगल से सोचो. Just think and write. My personal guarantee, you will be able to write all the answers that I am giving to you. Okay, so thank you very much for being in the session. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Comment करना मत भूलना. Expecting all of you to write the answers in the comment section, and press the bell notification so that you never miss any update when it comes to my sessions, right? So this was all in the session. Thank you very much. I'll be seeing you with such other important sessions. दो important sessions अभी आने वाले हैं. पहला article 370 से, and all the factors that you need to remember from the exam perspective, that will be in that session. Just see to it कि तुमने उसे देखा हो. Okay, and after that I have also decoded a session regarding the MPC committees December report. Just look into it. It would be a good revise for all of you, right? So thank you very much. I'll be seeing you soon. Till then, bye bye. Take care and Jai Hind.